environments. Because if somebody comes and says this is the way we live, we take it. We don't say, well, we are Indian, this doesn't suit us. So when you can do it for pizzas and for Subway sandwiches, you can have paneer tikka pizzas and whatever tikka sandwiches, Subway sandwiches, why can't you do that in design? Have I answered your question? Well, policy level, it's all a big thing, right? So I'm not touching policy. But I do believe that from up down, if a movement starts, policies have to change. So we have to empower our people, give them the right. Kerala is fortunate, everybody is educated, they'll understand. In some states, even if you talk about plastic and non-plastic, nobody will understand.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I am Lava from Lesotho Homes, and I am sure that my views might be similar to many people here, that you have really floored us by this, whether to look Changi way or Venice way, because Kerala can go either way. We have the option for that. But unfortunately, it is not that just one group that can decide to go Changi way or Venice way. I think so the planners, the builders, the architects, all three have to sit around. But unfortunately, in a state like Kerala, I don't know whether Tamil Nadu, it never happens.
What happens anyway?
That always the builders are considered, outclassed, that they're not part of the planning. And how do we get over this part where the builders are not included in any policy planning or anything that builders suggest, they think it's only for making money. So this is something we have to communicate to the government, that we need to work together as a team and all are working for the betterment of the city. How do you get to doing that?
I think we should incorporate panels, public panels, which incorporate anybody who's in this activity, which includes builders, architects, designers, maybe experts in various fields of transportation, etc., etc. And then work out a working plan. I think by being a member of Credai, you are very powerful, because that's what I know Credai to be. So if you go with a policy to the government, I think it has to be listened to. But we could brainstorm. In fact, I've been called for a high-level panel in Tokyo coming month to brainstorm with Harvard professors about urbanization. All this really humbles me, because why me? But I believe that it is my being an Indian that is giving me that opportunity. If I can do it for Tokyo, I would lovingly do it for
I am an architect, practicing coach for many of the builders out here. Basically, my question is, you are talking about the lead licensing and the lead certificate towards platinum and all that. Do you think it's really, proper for Indian conditions, the lead licensing norms? Do you think that really follows Indian norms, or do you think it needs change? We are proud that we have a green gold license or platinum license. But the buildings, those kind of buildings are may not be really Indian, it's totally different.
Do you know one thing? Let me just tell you. I just completed Shilpa's office building in Chennai, and we've got a platinum rating for it. I did it because I was passionate about it. And today, in the office, we are all studios, drawing studios, sitting on the computers. Till 6 p.m. in the evening, we don't turn on our lights. I think it's phenomenal. And I find that the productivity has gone up. It's incidentally platinum rated. But these are the things, these are the values. The indoor air quality is so much better. People fall less sick, your employees fall less sick, their output is more. What more do I want? The sun gives me my energy, which runs my chiller, my AHU pumps. So it is it's a benefit for me. So why do we look at it as a USP for selling?
No, not exactly. The norms, are they really fitting Indian conditions? That's what I'm saying. Most of the air conditioning quality, the glass used and things like that. No, is there any?
There is a big misnomer about all this misknowledge, because a lot of people came and told me you have to use low-E glass for a platinum, for a rated building. I have used ordinary glass. But yes, this is got from the US GBC, from the United States Green Building Council. It has to get Indianized. When we did the home rating for apartments, I was a part of the panel. And I did say that we don't use that much air conditioning in our buildings. We don't. Almost all our apartments are not centrally air conditioned. They are also evolving. You're right. There are things which have to be changed. Do you have a IGBC in
May we go for the last question as we are running behind schedule? One last question, ma'am.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, madam, for such a beautiful presentation which raised a lot of fundamental questions.
I'm glad you liked it.
And also congrats to Credai for having this thought-provoking presentation. At the same time, one of the reasons why we are having all these problems is our basic concept of the development paradigm, which we started off when India became independent itself, when Nehru said that dams are our temples.
Bring in Lee Corbusier.
Yeah. No, it was probably relevant at that point of time, but we have never evolved from that kind of model, and we still go for that universal model of urbanization. And the prospects are really looking dangerous, because there are projections that by 2030 we will have doubled urban population, means we have one more Bangalore, one more Delhi, one more Calcutta, and like that. And already our streets are like that. So the question is, how to change this attitude of development? Now Kalam came with this concept of Pura, but it has, still, when we, in discussions we go for it, but the thing is that whether we will, our society, how it can be ready to actually go back to a more decentralized model, especially when we have all the technological tools which can make it possible. But the attitude is the problem, how to change that.
I think that the concept of villages being agrarian and cities being industrial has to go. I think we have to empower our villages. Agriculture will do very well with a little bit of technology. So if technology is given to them and they have to depend less on labor, who they're all coming into the cities to work. So they don't get it. Plus, they have that Aadhaar, what Tanadhar? What is that 100 rupees thing? They have a dole if they don't work. So nobody is interested in working in the farms. So the farmers are having a very tough time. So if we can introduce technology there, if we introduce technology, they become better. They can have schools, they can have hospitals. Why would they come to cities? And once all that happens and the opportunities are given to them also, what is there that the city can offer? Today we have televisions, we have computers, connectivity is always there. I think that is the way. So maybe we will have more tier 1 cities, tier 2 cities, tier 3 cities, tier 4 cities, etc. which are, less and less dense. And maybe villages, rural, will all just vanish. Did I answer your question? No.
No, that is the solution. The thing is that how that attitude will set in, that somebody actually because still our cities are growing like anything and unplanned and the life as usual.
Many of us in this room, I think, would have had an agricultural, ancestral background. We would have all been farmers at one point, and then we would have given away our villages and come into the city. There are lots of people who like to go back to agriculture. But why are they not able to go? Because it's very cumbersome. But then food security, food shortage is a major challenge. Have you ever heard of India importing dal? The torambarappa is being imported. Why? And that too from Canada and Australia. Do we need that? I'm sure there will be a change. There are lots of youngsters who are opting for very, out of the box kind of careers. And, if somebody gets a 10 acre or 40 acre land parcel and starts working on it, with organic farming, with good, not use pesticides, I think that is the way the rural areas will also improve. And will also become churners for the economy.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a round of applause for ma'am? It was really captivating. Time just flew. Okay, may I request Joint Secretary of Credai Kerala, Mr. M.V. Anthony, to hand over a token of our love and appreciation to ma'am. A memento. I'm requesting.
I think it's all your well wishes that my throat held. Thanks.